So my name's Lisa Brumbaugh. I struggle a lot with alcoholism and drug addiction. I have from most of my life. So at 29, I went to treatment for the first time, and I had a really good chunk of sobriety during that time. Life was really good. I felt on top of the world. I started a bookkeeping business that flourished. I started going to a church for the first time really in my life and got really involved. I did a lot of good things for Christ during that time, but I was weak. We moved to Dundee. We left our church family. We tripled our living expenses thinking we needed a bigger house. I drank a lot. I started gambling pretty bad, and that took me down fast, worse than any addiction ever. Thinking I'm just gonna stop, I'll just have one glass of wine, I'm just gonna gamble $20. That was always, no big deal. Pretty soon, I'm ordering pizza for my kids' dinner from Domino's, calling them, telling them I'll be home late, and gambled away my entire paycheck. I sold my bookkeeping business that I had for 10 years. I sold it for $60,000, and I gambled that money away in about a month. I got a job working for my church, again, doing bookkeeping. I was still a mess inside, trying to pretend like I had it all together. I got to where I was borrowing money from the church, thinking I would end up paying it back. That was my intention. I was so guilt-ridden. I just couldn't take it anymore. We got removed from the church, and I got fired. So we were still living in that same community. I had to get another job, and bookkeeping's the only thing I ever knew. So I got a job for a company in Hillsboro. It didn't take long for me to start stealing money again. And I felt like that I was the only one that could fix any of this. I never once turned to anybody to try and help me. The more I felt judged, the more I felt like I had to put on this persona and act like I was this perfect person, and I couldn't let anyone see who I truly was. And about a month later, I went to prison for 21 months for 7 felonies. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. James 5:16, that's my healing verse. Confess your sins to one another and you'll be healed. I mean, it's true. It's so true. I have lost everything. And the only thing I still had left was Jesus. While I was in prison, I felt free. I just said, if you give me another shot, God, I will live my life for you. I trust you, even with this mess. I released May 23rd, 2014. Within 6 months, I had my driver's license back. I had a job. I had an apartment within 3 miles of my girls. I now got to see them all the time. I got to participate in their sporting events, cook them dinner, go to church with them. God totally restored all that. I knew I needed to go make amends to pastor that I had stole from. We were able to reconcile, but it took it even further from that. I ended up giving my testimony at that church. It's not about what I did anymore. It's what Christ has done through me and can do through any of us if we let him.